processed there. You know, it's different. Anyway.
Mozzarella stick? Ah!
We're here.
Can we
Apocalypse.
get a cannon skin that's a mozzarella stick? Just one big mozzarella stick. That'd be sick. Anyway, getting in this right now, we're on Apocalypse. We've got Java and Fakey taking on Phazon and Santy. And Flambo, what are you expecting to see out of this at the very beginning?
Honestly, my honest opinion is that I think Java and Fakey are going to clear. But with that said, Phazon and Santy are both like really established teams players. It's just I feel like both of them haven't had not even nearly as close of the same highs that Java and Fakey have had in recent times. And so we'll see if they're able to hang, but my preliminary read is I don't think so.
I mean, we'll definitely see. Right now, we do have Java and Fakey getting off to the early lead here, getting that first stock out of the way on Phazon. So it's just kind of like trying to figure some things out. Both teams trying to get a feel for each other, because that's generally what happens at the beginning of game one anyway. Is kind of like, especially two really good teams, you're trying to see what the other team's going for, and then you're trying to establish your game plan as well.
Yeah, no, it's really all about kind of that tug of war, if you will, of seeing, what's the flow of the neutral going to be like? Are we going to be able to hold center stage? Is it much more their favor? Do we have to focus more on the punish games once we do get a hit? Oh, that Nair was almost enough to get a double KO there. Fakey going to get hit by a neutral light, still on the way down. But that Kaya defense really coming in clutch. That's the difference between Jala and Kaya, right?
Yeah, I mean, but Fakey's, the way he threaded the needle getting back down to the stage was actually really sick. Even getting hit at the end, that was just a beautiful defensive option. Oh, okay. You made a mistake! Don't press a button, you don't get punished.
That's the way it happens. Ooh, Zerial, though, another popular legend we've been seeing across all the regions now, right? Oh, the down sig got caught by Devil Jin. Ooh, and the down sig as well on the other side, too. So that's going to be tough, right? You got hit by that Jala. Bang, 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 bang.
And now, I mean, blue team is now in, very, very close contention. It was pretty heavily in red's favor for a little bit, and then blue team cleaned some things up. And now the game really doesn't look that bad anymore. Santy is taking quite a bit of damage. They are a bit of the punching bag here. He's going to have to figure out a way to just probably be a bit more elusive, and it's not looking too hot for him.
Yeah, and for the people that aren't too familiar here, because we actually have a very similar team composition happening on both sides here, because you do have to remember that Maggie from The Walking Dead is also Jala, right? So it's we're almost similar here, the main difference being the difference in the weapons of the gauntlets and the spear from Kaya and Zerial respectively.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Barely living for a little bit there, but Santy does find a way back down to the stage, and that's not going to be for long, man, as he loses that second stock. And now the problem here is that Phazon, on their last stock, is just spending so much time between a rock and a hard place, and eventually they're going to lose that stock there. But Fakey also going down, does have one stock left. Uh-oh.
Do they get the edge guard? That might be enough. Fakey has to get the save, and you can see immediately that Phazon goes out there and closes out that stock. And that's why I said throw earlier on, because Fakey went for this ground pound that didn't hit anyone, but also burned all of his resources, and so he ended up losing that stock. And in that time, while he was respawning, they were able to get rid of Java.
Oh, okay. That was actually a really good dodge from Phazon there, because that actually would have been a huge start to a very quick combo for Fakey to close out that last stock and turn this into a 1v1 situation, which is definitely a lot more advantageous.
Can Fakey do the clutch here? Tries to get that weapon, actually succeeds, but what are you going to throw out here? Throws out an air, gets punished, and now you're one hit away from pretty much losing your stock. D-Light recovery will be enough. You can see the D-Light comes out there, goes for the ground pound, but not going to hit the person he needs it to hit, right? You can see Maggie in the dark red there. You hit Maggie with the ground pound. Cool, you get a KO, but that's not what happened.
Yeah, I really like the fact that as soon as they kind of got into a little bit of trouble and they established that lead, that they stuck to the game plan immediately of Santy will be the aggressor the entire time, right? And then you got Phazon in the back, staying elusive, trying not to get hit as best as possible, but not being involved. They're within range to react and help out if needed, or just combo, and you kind of just let Santy do their thing. It's like you're always a threat, which allows Santy to just be a bit more aggressive.
Which we're going to see if maybe game 2 ends up being a swing. I think it will be. I think, I mean, first of all, right, with the way that I had started talking about that first match, I was like, I don't really know what, if anything, I expect to see from Phazon and Santy. And then they were like, Flambo, what are you talking about? Clearly, we're able to hang. And I was like, I didn't think you'd be able to, because Java and Fakey have been so good as of late. But especially Phazon and Santy, I don't really know what to think about that team, right? We're so used to all the other teams that Phazon has been on, most notably, I think, Cody Travis, but clearly able to work quite well here.
Yep, okay. Hot start there on Santy, but I mean, Santy's just kind of been the stock take for so long. Oh, could actually be a really good 2-for-1 scenario, and they do. The buy one, get one, and now they're up 6 stocks to 4.
You know I love me a BOGO deal,
man.
I
love me a BOGO.
Here we go. Let's see if they're able to answer back here. It's going to be a double team combo.
Happy birthday.
All right, good damage, good damage. Yeah, kind of hard to convert fully there. I think an axe recovery from Java, if lined up properly, might be able to like add a little bit more oomph, but that was pretty close to optimal that I think they could get from that exchange, so really good.
Yeah, dude, actually the way that they are playing in this game compared to last game, like they were playing good last game, it's just blue team was also playing really good, and I don't think blue team has stopped playing good. I think that Fakey and Java, you know, may as well call him Jakey. I think Jakey just, you know, they're like, you know what, hey, let's turn it up a little bit. We got to start playing our game.
And honestly, yeah, no, I mean, we're at a point where it's final stocks for both members of the blue team. I'm like, are we going to see another 6 stock? Thank God. It's like, I don't know if I can handle another one of those.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely needed to get that out of the way. I mean, and good thing, too. But, I mean, being down 4 stocks to 2 in the way that Java and Fakey have been playing this entire game so far, I don't know. I don't think that like they're going to lose this momentum and lose this pace at all, because I feel like it's just a really strong position for them, and they're not really showing any signs of weakness.
Okay, coming down here, beautiful coverage from Java, and at this point it's just a matter of time. You can see Java slide charging the down sig. They're just trying to get rid of this final stock from Santy, right? It's like there's so much. It's going to be tough for Santy to bring this one back. We kind of know, but I've seen bigger throws happen before, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh,
jeez.
I mean, I got to hand it to Santy. He was doing a pretty good job of just, yeah, being super aggressive out there and just kind of like, hey, man, come get me, and then, you know, I'll get the reversal.
Nice. Uh-oh. Great response immediately off the revival platform. Oh my, can y'all not?
Yeah, can you guys close this out? Because you're giving Santy way too much momentum here, and this could be really bad for you.
It's still kind of hard. Enlight might KO, yeah. Okay. And Sig, in addition, will definitely make it KO, so that's going to be enough. For a second there, I was like, y'all kind of playing with your food a little bit too much, though, right? Like, they're sitting over there making paper, or not even paper, just like airplane noises, like, open your mouth. I'm like, no, just put it in your mouth and let's move on, you know? Like, come on. Don't look at me like that.
Oh, look at you like what? I was looking at you like a good co-caster and trying to engage in a conversation about Brawlhalla. But no, like I'm definitely a big proponent of not playing with your food, because if I've got a lead, I do not want to give my opponent any sort of hope like that they can turn this around. Like I do not want that. Like I need to crush you as soon as possible, because like I also have like a weird mental where like if I feel like they're starting to get it together, I start falling apart a little bit. So I need to get you like out of here as fast as possible, ASAP. So hopefully they don't mess around too much in this game 3, but they had a really great, strong start in game 2.
Yeah, it was so strong. In fact, I'm like, they might just, I mean, completely steamroll from this point forward. It might just be like the 3-1 starts here. We're going to see how the adjustments come on the side of Phazon and Santy, because that's the question right now, right? It's clear that Java and Fakey were like, all right, like, we need to lock in a little bit, and then they locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely, I think, is exactly what happened here. But, you know, that's also kind of like the curse of being what is like the best team, because you're kind of like, we're good enough. We can kind of autopilot a little bit. But you know what? Now being in this top 32, that autopilot's not allowed. Like, you can't do that.
And already starting off, they get the first stock here. They're looking to get the stock off of Santy as well. Java doing a great job holding the corner. You can see the coverage. Fakey comes in at the perfect time. And they're going to probably get this edge guard here. How does Santy get across? He doesn't, and that's just going to be it. I thought maybe we were going to see a save come out from Phazon, but did not manage to make that happen. Oh, well, he fell out of that D-Light. That down sig, I guess, from Kaya so active that even though he went for the D-Light and it did connect, it was still in the... Oh, my gosh. They just Jeez, Java.
Yeah, okay, they're like, hey, we need to get this done. They're like, they're listening. It's like, all right, we won't play with our food anymore. You know, I already finished doing the maze on the playmat they gave me with the crayons, and now my mac and cheese is here, so I'm just gonna start eating this.
Like, if I do this even quicker, I get chicken tenders.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, Java going for the glory here.
Honestly, I'm all for that. Like, if you put yourself in a position where you know you're not coming back, but you could take someone with you, and you're already like way in the red.
Stocks?
Yeah, you got 3 stocks. Go for it, man. Any advantage you can get, even if it's at your own resources, 100% go for it.
It's like it's what grapplers do, you know? It's the grappler mindset. It's like sometimes you just got to spend a little bit to get more, and sometimes it doesn't work out, but that's why you have the resource.
Yeah. Like, you ever play MTG?
Oh, they messed that up. They messed it up so bad.
Oh, yep.
And now you're going to hit wall slip, get hit by the down sig. Oh, what? They really fumbled. really fumbled. Yeah, he's just going to run off.
I respect it. I respect it because, like, we saw what happened last time where Santy just definitely put a lot of energy into, like, battling, and it's just kind of like it got a little tedious, and, like, it can be really rough on your mental in a 2v1 scenario, especially when you're trying your best. So it's actually, I think it's a good mental when you recognize there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. I will just reset, and we'll just go to the next game. You guys are going to get the W anyway. Like, the chances of me winning are so minuscule, it's not even worth the effort.
It's like, even if I became Neo right now, right? It's like, that will take so much out of you that you hop into the next game, and it's like, how much energy do you have left in the tank after that?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So I'm all for it. Santy made the right play here. But we're going to be getting into Game 4 with Java and Fakey playing really, really strong. So hopefully Phazon and Santy are able to reset their mental very well here, get right into this game, and start taking it to them.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, I'm always curious about kind of the Phazon legend pick, and we do actually see a swap over from Phazon to the Bryn, which is really cool. So I was going to say, we've seen a lot from Phazon, the Val, historically. We've also seen a lot of Wushang, and we haven't seen that, but it looks like we are getting the Spear back this time, and Axe has always been one of the best twos weapons, right? So I think Phazon's like, let me just make the game plan a little bit simpler. These are very fundamental, neutral-based weapons, and he's going to rely on that, I think, to try to see if it makes a difference in this game number 3. Or 4,
listen,
rather.
Fundies does make the biggest difference in any game, right? If you can get things back down to the basics, like, look no further than Tim Duncan. The guy is one of the, actually, he is the greatest power forward of all time, and he's literally the big fundamental. That's his nickname.
The big fundamental.
The big fundamental. And he is like a 4-time, 5-time champion, and is regarded as one of the best players of all time. Like, that's literally all it comes down to.
Gosh. We'll talk about the fundamentals. You see Java getting those unarmed edge guards with the twinkle toes, that unarmed down air, just gripping you by the very, 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 very tip of your boot and dragging you closer toward that bottom KO box. And so now we already have a pretty decent start for the red team here, but maybe not for long. No conversion from Phazon off of that neutral light. I thought we might see a Sayer that would have knocked out the stock from Fakey there, but he would have had to have been really quick with it.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! That was scary. Oh, it was like a split second, and you almost lost your stock for it. You do end up losing the stock anyway, but they do take one back, but that's just Fakey's third stock. So, like, yeah, it is a bit of progress. It's a small step forward, but it's still a step forward.
All right, let's see. Who gets caught by the D-Light, goes for the ground pound. What an interesting choice there, right? Like, you could just go for this air, but sometimes you think you're going to be interrupted, and so you try to go for like a cheekier option instead of just a guaranteed combo every time. I respect it.
Nope.
Nice sensei. Okay.
Oh, okay. Some pretty strong gameplay right now from Santy and Phazon, but I mean, they really need to start bringing some things out. It's actually a kind of an even game. They are a bit behind, but a couple strong combos between the two of them, and they could take a pretty solid lead here to force a Game 5 situation.
Come on, Fakey are just so ready. On here we go. That's going to be a stock.
It sure is.
Yeah. All right, GG's.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's a GG's, but like, Santy, again, that's a fresh stock. You get this Fakey stock out of here, and then you try to just beat the brakes off Java as best you can. And, I mean, first you got to get out of the blender here.
Yeah, no, you really, like, you need, like, a cheeky edge guard to win in a situation like this if you're Santy. And it's like you're getting chopped up, mixed up, ground pounded. It's just like, at this point, it's the next hit that has, like, any degree of, like, hit stun to it. Yeah, GG.
Yep. Hey. That was a bit of a rough end, but I think it was still a strong end for the blue team. But obviously, we saw Fakey and Java, you know, they
activated.
They activated. They dropped that game 1. They said, time to lock in. And they did. Locked in, they did.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, you can even see it right here, right? Like the damage.